Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. We are here. We're talking about Madden Mobile 21. We have such a freaking dope video today. We are going to be reading and doing an interview with a man who has gotten access and has already played Madden Mobile 21. And I'm not talking about the legendary Noob Kill 213, okay? I'm talking about Nick O1356 from Reddit, who was one of the lucky Android users that got to get into the beta of Madden Mobile 21. Now, as you guys know, I think it was last Monday or yesterday, I don't know when, you were able to basically have the ability to pre-order Madden Mobile 21. So you can go to the App Store or go to Madden Mobile on your app and you'll see in the news. You can actually pre-order Madden Mobile, and one of the options for a couple Android users were when you went to go pre-order it, they actually would allow you to download it instantly. So he was able to get the app, download it, and actually play the whole game. Play for like an hour, a couple hours. So we have his thoughts, his takeaways from playing Madden Mobile 21 right here on the channel. We're going to be reading them, talking about them. We also have some screenshots from the app reveal that we can look at and talk about and kind of figure out, what is going to happen. How is Madden Mobile 21 going to be come August 6th? So let's go ahead and break down. Let's get into these screenshots real quick. As you can see right here behind me, we have the Master Series page. There's not too many updates here. There's going to be a Lamar Jackson Master Series overall master, like the Pat Mahomes that we're all used to. So that's going to be cool. Let's jump to the next picture here. Seasons are back. There's a brand new look here, so you can see that seasons are here. We got obviously a little bit new of a UI UX design. I think it looks a lot cleaner. It looks pretty freaking fresh to me. And then right here, we have a little shot at what the potential gameplay graphics are going to look like. So I actually went ahead and went into Madden Mobile and did the instant replay and kind of compared what these graphics look like to the current graphic. And the only thing that's really different is gloves and shoes. So as you can see, they got some pretty dope freaking cleats on. They got the Raven cleats. And one of the things that we know is that potentially the Madden console and mobile companion app, the connection that they're going to have this year, is potentially going to be suited around having different cleats, having different jerseys, different visors, and being able to share them cross-platform from Madden Mobile to Madden console. So one of the things right off the bat was that obviously the shoes look so much cooler, as you can see here. The gloves were also a pretty big thing. And then I also am going to show you the gameplay here, and I'm going to actually zoom in here. One of the things you're going to be able to notice here as I kind of make this bigger, one of the biggest things here, and I'm kind of just zooming here, is that obviously we have a picture of the gameplay here. This is from Madden Mobile 21. It's a picture of the gameplay. Some of the things that are new: the sideline has players now. So if you take a look here, kind of in the top left corner, the sideline now has players. So in the past, there was just the stupid, first down crew and their ball boys. Now we actually have a full team. So you can see team members watching you on the defense or the offense of respective sides. Over here as well, you can see over here in the top right corner, we have the Ravens team on the sideline. So that is another interesting piece. Also, I find this kind of funny. Are they social distancing in this stupid stadium? Look, they're like sitting there's like empty seats in between all the players. Are they social distancing? They might be. They literally might be social distancing, so that's very interesting. But this is kind of the new look. Of course, once we get footage, Nick Messina is working on getting improved footage. He will share that, and I will also share that on the channel. But yeah, that's kind of been the look and the vibe for what has been going on with Madden Mobile. So I'm excited to see what else is to come. But let's get into this interview. I'm going to be reading some of the quick thoughts that Nick1356 from Reddit has given after playing 2 hours or so of Madden Mobile 21. So the first thing that he says is that one of the things that he noticed is that when you go to the auction house, basically, there's a little bit of a unique change when it comes to being able to make coins. One of those biggest things is that when you exchange players now, you're not getting training points, but you get coins. So we all know that if you had a ton of silvers or bronzes, or you had maybe even some golds, you would go and you would put them in that exchange set, and you get a lot of training points that kind of were irrelevant in my eyes. You can use them to train, but training wasn't really a huge thing that I really cared about. But now you can actually exchange them for coins, and that's the main currency. So each player exchanges for around 300 coins or so, which is interesting. So there could be potential coin making methods, and now that adds value to some of the bronze cards. Maybe when you open up a pack, you pull up bronze cards. Maybe you can exchange them for coins instead of putting them on your team or putting them in sets. Also, one of the updates that he has here is that Master Series is back, like you can see on the screen right here. But as part of it, you improve the Lamar Jackson given to you at launch. So right when you log in, you're given kind of this Master Series Lamar Jackson that you can instantly start playing with on your team, but then it improves as you progress through the different tiers. Like you see here, you got to play 10 different modes, 10 different areas to be able to get to the next mode. So Master Series is back. Pretty standard. There are no captains in Overdrive. You guys know about this. Instead, you choose a scheme and a coach. It appears that they can be two different schemes. So you could have a West Coast coach with a West Coast playbook, and then apparently you can have a different scheme. So I'm not really sure how that's going to work, because usually the scheme determines the playbook. So that will be unique to see how that works. Maybe for Overdrive, you can get like the West Coast perks with like using a West Coast coach, but then you have like a spread playbook that you prefer. So that could be interesting to see how that works. Madden Today is going to be returning, which is basically the kind of the program that has all the like kind of original like OG day one events. Like, there was like the Royals and the Ace promo last year. He said that there are multiple steps involved in Madden Today sets. You earn badges, which you exchange for trophies, which you exchange for players. So trophies are back in Madden Mobile, which for OGs that are watching, that is pretty freaking good news. I love myself trophies. Trophies are so freaking fun. Trophies, elite, silver, bronze were used as currency in previous Madden Mobile. So I'm not sure if, trophies are just going to be Madden Today exclusive, but apparently trophies are returning. There's this brand new scout mode where you can send a scout on expeditions that take real time, and they come back with players and other bonuses, and the expeditions are 2, 4, or 8 hours. So this is one of the most vague things that he has in his whole reveal here, but apparently there's going to be some sort of like mode in Madden Mobile 21 where you can choose a 2 or 4 or 8 hour expedition, send like an NFL scout out, and I don't know if this is going to be like for season mode or just like you can just send a scout out whenever the heck you want, and they're going to go out and get you badges and trophies. So it's kind of like your own personal assistant in the game that you can constantly schedule and be like, hey, I need you to go maybe potentially like during like the Halloween promo, I can have my scout go out and do an 8 hour most feared mission where by the time they're done with their scouting, they come back and provide me with a couple elites, some badges. So it's kind of like this like helpful assistant looking thing. It's really gonna be interesting to see how that turns out. The physics engine is different. Players move with more weight in the gameplay and makes the game feel more realistic. So kind of like how, with console, when you're kind of navigating on console, you kind of have this kind of heavier shift, especially with the running backs, and you kind of can feel that like, hey, I'm actually moving a physical player and not necessarily kind of just this like this kind of AI, animated character. So that is one of the realistic things. One of the top points is that the game looks great. The colors really pop. And as you can see, even in the screenshots, the colors this year are brighter than ever. I love like the neon greens, the neon purples. I think it really looks clean this year. Really incredible looks overall. So that's exciting as well. You want to have a clean game when you're playing. Let's talk about the catching AI. So he was able to jump in and do some season gameplay, and he says the catching AI has improved. Wide receiver, tight end, halfback, and then the secondary players, the cornerback and safeties, will all attempt to make a catch if the ball is in their area, which is a huge improvement to the catching AI. As you know, a lot of times if I'm targeting, the X receiver and I throw the ball and maybe it's a little high or it's a little low, the receivers that are around it or even the corners won't even try to jump or go for the ball. They'll just all kind of stand around and let the ball just go right by your head. So the AI has improved in the fact that there's kind of this proximity awareness now in the game where when the ball comes around you and different players, let's say, I just absolutely overshoot my tight end on a route, but the wide receiver is open behind him, the wide receiver now has the capability to make that catch, which is huge. And it's definitely just going to help the game feel more realistic. And there's drills, some live events that he's played. He goes in drills like catch the ball in the zone, which of course is a normal drill where you have to go into different zones and make a completion. He goes, the catch tracking is improved. I haven't had a single occasion where I've taken 5 steps before the catch registers. It appears the catch registers when the second foot is down. So a lot of times we've had issues with catching where when you catch the ball, you run 5 steps out of bounds or you're 5 steps too late. Now when you're catching the ball, it's registering right when the second foot is down. So your catch is happening quicker. You're gonna be able to pivot and start, changing up your going from the catch to moving towards, running for the next couple yards to the end zone. So that's kind of a new feature in the gameplay that he's noticed just right off the bat. And this is only an hour or so into the game, so there's going to be a lot more revealed as we go on, but this is really interesting. He hasn't come across any toe drags yet that we have been promised by Nick Messina. I remember we were in a live stream and Nick Messina was trying to kind of manage a bunch of the chaos of the whole chat being pissed off about power returning, and he was like, hey guys, toe drags are in the game, and it was kind of funny because no one really gives a crap, Nick, about toe drags, but it is funny to see that apparently it's going to be in the game. He has not yet seen the toe drags, and then the auto and open all buttons are still in use. So live events right from the beginning of the year, just like we would hope for, you can auto play them by spending your stamina ahead of time, and open all buttons for packs and for that kind of stuff is available, ready to go right off the bat. He said he hasn't played much of the competitive modes yet because they don't seem to be working for him because there's not enough people in the game in the beta to be able to match up and play. But basically, major improvements. He's pretty excited to see where this game goes. He thinks it looks really great, and that is huge. That is honestly a great update. I think we learned a lot in kind of this interview format where we can see some of his top points, and I think it's going to be exciting to see how this game is going to evolve. I think there's a lot of points that are huge here about gameplay. I think the whole kind of expeditions and sending your scout on 2 to 4 to 8 hour expeditions is really unique, and I'm excited to see how that's going to kind of add a different aspect and perspective to the game. So that is it for today. That is the update. I apologize for kind of the very more informative videos where it's just me talking to you. I realize that that can get annoying at times. Just bear with me. Once the game gets back, we're going to be having fun times, opening packs. We're going to be having more edits here. I actually hired a professional editor to help me with this year's videos, so we're going to have some freaking funny videos. Love you guys so much. Leave a like and subscribe. Check out my podcast for weekly Madden Mobile and NFL content. My last podcast, we talked about the Redskins situation in the NFL. We talked about Madden Mobile and Madden Console connecting this year, and we also talked about my experience with the FBI calling me because of Madden Mobile. So check out the podcast, link in the description in the pinned comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.